Alright folks, and this is going to be part 2 of the video for My Way. And previously what we have done is we have done up to verse 4, and for this week we are going to try and cover the rest of the tune. And so let's start from verse 4 and just do a little bit of a recap, and then from there we are going to try and connect over to verse 5, which is going to be like a strumming sequence. Okay, so that's the right hand pattern, P-I-M-I, A-I-M-I, right? So we kind of have this. I plan each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Alright, so you will find that at the end of verse 4 on the G chord above the word way, my way. Now then what happened is I kind of converted over to just downstrokes, right? So because the duration of the G chord lasts for a total of 4 beats, so we are going to have a total of 8 downstrokes. Okay, so we are playing them in quavers, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So try and see if you're able to play the last 8 quavers soft to loud. Okay, because on verse 5 you will find that that's where the punch of the song is, you see. So this is how it sounds like. I'll start from the third line of verse 4, and then you can see how using these 8 downstrokes with a crescendo, you can link over to a strumming pattern on verse 5. Alright, so here goes. And more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when I bit off more than I could chew. Alright, so you see from that 8 downstrokes, then you are going to shift to your 4/4 slow rock strumming pattern. Okay, so again, try and see if you're able to get the entry point of the downstroke along with me. And then once we get to above the word times for verse 5, we are going to start strumming 4/4 slow rock strumming pattern. Okay, so just a quick recap. What's the 4/4 slow strumming pattern? It's going to be down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. Again, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. So if you are very confident ending on the downstroke, then what you can try and do is to add in the last 2 downstroke just to make it a bit more connected. Okay, so try and see if you can follow me. We'll try from verse 4 and then connecting to maybe the first line of verse 5. Okay, so here goes. 1, 2, 3, go. I plan each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew. Okay, so now if you're thinking where's the entry point, right, of verse 5 when you're doing your downstroke, let's try and count this together. Okay, I did it my way. Yes, there were strum. Okay, so you'll find that you will strum 5 downstrokes for your G chord, my way. Okay, now right after the 5th strum, you are going to sing, yes, there were times and then that's where you switch over to your 4/4 slow rock. Okay, so check this out. I did it my way. Yes, there were times. Okay, so yes, there were. That's 6, 7, 8. Okay, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so remember G chord you strum 8 downstroke, and then on stroke number 6, that's where you enter with yes. Right? So again, check this out. I'll play from the third line of verse 4. Try and see if you can follow me. 1, 2, 3, go. And more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times. Okay? So try make sure that you're able to get the entry point right, because you don't want to delay your singing, and then after that you get an extra quiver. So everything must be quantized within 4 counts. Okay, so make sure that you link from verse 4 over to verse 5 smoothly. Yep. Okay, good. Now, then let's move on to the verse 5 now, and remember, for entire verse 5, we are going to use your 4/4 slow rock strumming pattern, right? Okay. So this is how it goes. Try and see if you are able to strum along with me. The chords are quite straightforward, but we gotta think of a way to transit back to verse 6, where we kind of go back to your PIMI, AIMI plucking pattern. Okay, so check this out. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew, but through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, I stood tall and did it my way of love, right? Okay, so I should be going back to a G chord instead of going to a C chord on verse 6. My bad. So just remember, the last G chord of your verse 5, you can just do a 1 strum. My way, 2, 3, 4 of love, right? Then you're gonna bounce back over to your plucking pattern, PIMI, AIMI. Okay, so that's quite straightforward. So verse 4, remember, we are using 8 quavers to transit over to your strumming pattern. And then from verse 5 going to verse 6, we're using 1 strum to just kind of lower the dynamics back, so that when we switch over to a plucking pattern, it won't be too sudden. Alright, so just take note of that. And so check that. So for verse 6 and 7, we are going to pluck the usual way, nothing different. So we have this sound. Verse 6 and 7, here goes. 1, 2, 3, go. Of love, of laugh and cry, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my, check this out, way. Okay, so you will find that the last chord of your verse 7, I'm bouncing back to the regular 8 downstrokes again, because verse 8, we are going to transit back to a strumming pattern. Okay, so that means whenever you have, when you're going over to verse 5, that is going to be strum, and then when you're going over to verse 8, it's also going to be strum. Okay, now I do understand that when we talk about the 4/4 slow rock, most of us are able to get the right hand pattern smoothly. But one of the issues that we have consistently is when we try and apply the slow rock pattern and we try and strum and sing, there's always a bit of pauses. Some strokes might be off, some timing may be off, right? So you just want to make sure that you're able to refine the strumming pattern and make sure that the sing is in tandem with every single beat. All right? Okay. So always maintain your strumming pattern and build your singing on top of your strumming pattern. Okay. So if you strum the way you sing, that's it already, confirm gone. All right. So what we have is going to be like this. I'm going to play verse 7 and verse 8. And don't worry about the instrumental segment. Okay, we are just going to end the song over at verse 8. So here goes. I'll start from verse 7. 1, 2, 3, go. To think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Okay, so those are the little tricks that you can use to try and end the song. So for example, on the word my, the C chord on verse 8, the second last chord that we have, right? You can start to slow it down there and then end just one big strum on the G chord. Okay, so you will find that on the last line of verse 8, they have written one NC, and that means no chord. But what I'm doing is I'm just using the D7 above the word blows and just to carry on the chord throughout the last line. Okay, so the main thing that we want to try and get through for this class is to make sure that you're able to toggle from a plucking pattern to a strumming pattern, and also be able to quantize the singing along with the 4/4 slow rock pattern. 好不好，同学们？ So practice that. Just try and revise a bit on your 4/4 slow rock, and try and practice the chord changes along with the strumming pattern first. So once that is stable, then you can consider trying to add in the sing on top of those two segments. So the chord, the strumming pattern, get that done, and then you add the sing above these two layers. 好吗? Okay, thank you folks, and I'll see you all soon.